Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America, and in this video, we're going to talk about getting $10,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, or funeral fund insurance for a 50-year-old female. And let's start right off the bat here. You can always just log into our website at funeralfunds.com, and we've got a quoter like this pretty much on every page. And you can just search around for any coverage amount you want. It's really quick, it's really convenient, and it's going to show you all the insurance companies that you'll have access to. And it's actually the same price quoter that we actually use, and I'll show you that on another page in just a minute, but it's really terrific. We also put in the comments notes a URL, funeralfunds.com/YouTube, and we've got a special quoter there where you can get discounts there, and that will help you out quite a bit as well, I'm sure. But let's talk about $10,000. The first thing you want to know about $10,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, or funeral funds insurance is it going to be enough? If you were looking at cremation insurance, yeah, $10,000 will be enough. You know, the average cost of a cremation is between $1,000 to $2,000. If you're going to have a funeral and a service in there, maybe a celebration of life ceremony, something like that, it's going to be somewhere into $3,000, $4,500. So we would typically recommend around $5,000 for a cremation policy. Now, some people want to get a little bit more. Maybe they got some other final expenses, or they're worried that they might have some other medical bills or something like that. $10,000 would certainly cover that. Although we don't recommend you overinsure, really. You can always add more coverage later if you want. Just understand that we believe the money's kind of better in your pocket than in insurance companies. So just get enough to do what you really need. Now, as far as a burial, yeah, $10,000 is enough right now. No problem there. In most parts of the country, you can get a burial done for $10,000. Now, it may not be fancy, but do you really need fancy? Probably not. So keep that in mind. But also keep in mind, we're talking a 50-year-old female, and we really expect a female to live another 10, 20, 30 years. And that $10,000 won't be enough in the future. So if you're looking, if maybe you've got $10,000 coverage or $5,000 and you want to add on 10 to get it up to 15 or 20, that's going to inflation proof you and it's going to protect your family. So keep in mind, we can always add on more coverage. No issues there at all. But otherwise, the other thing too is maybe you're just kind of worried about what it is right now. Funds are a little bit tight and you just want to get something that would take care of if something happened today. $10,000 would be great. We could certainly help you out with that. And then we can always look at adding more coverage later. So that's no big deal at all. We do that all the time. And also, if you just want $15,000 or $20,000, we could look at that with you and help you out with that as well. So keep in mind, we specialize in first aid coverage. We don't recommend plans that have 2-year waiting periods. I mean, you wouldn't buy a car that you couldn't drive for 2 years. You wouldn't buy a house that you couldn't live in it for 2 years. Why would you buy an insurance policy that you can't use for 2 years? If you die in the first 2 years with a 2-year waiting period policy, it's only going to give you all your premiums back plus a certain percentage. Colonial Penn is one of those companies. There's other ones out there, Colonial Penn, AIG, Gerber, Mutual of Omaha, United of Omaha. Got to watch out for some of those. They have mandatory 2-year waiting periods. And if you qualify for first aid coverage, why would you ever buy a plan that's more expensive that has a 2-year waiting period? Don't do silly things like that. With first aid coverage, there are some health questions, but really 95% of the people are going to qualify for first aid coverage and get lower rates. The only reason you wouldn't is if there were certain things like you had a terminal illness or dementia or you're in a hospital or something like that. And then, of course, we can't get insurance on dead people. We do have people that call up and say, hey, we had a loved one died last week. And now we need to get insurance for them to pay for the funeral. We have to, sadly, we have to tell them that, we can't get insurance on dead people. So it's really sad when that happens, but it really illustrates how important it is to get this insurance before you need it. So, but bottom line is most people are going to qualify for 2 years waiting period. But let's look at a couple 2-year waiting period plans. Colonial Penn's one of the biggest company. They're a great company. If you like a plan with a 2-year waiting period, we don't recommend it. But I got nothing bad to say other than they've got 2-year waiting period and their prices are high. That's what our clients tell us, and we would tend to agree with them. So we've got a female here, age 50, and so what would $10,000 of 2-year waiting period insurance costs with Colonial Penn. Well, I already ran the numbers. Let's kind of look at what one unit would be. So one unit would be $995. That'd be $2,000. That'd be enough to cover a burial today. But remember, your policy isn't going to pay out for 2 years from now. So in 2 years from now, that $2,000 is not going to buy $2,000 because of inflation. So not good. No bueno, as they say. Let's get back up to $10,000, right here. So that would be 5 units. That would be 5 units with Colonial Penn. And that would cost you $49.75, and you're going to have to wait 2 years, and not ideal. So let's look at what else is out there in the marketplace. And this is the same quoter that you'll have access to on our website to be able to kind of take a look at what's going on. So we've got $10,000 here. We've got a female, and we've got age 50 right here. And let's see what the pricing is. Let's get a quote. There we go. $21.78. Now, if you've got a short memory, remember, Colonial Penn is $49.75. You are literally paying 200% more than 200% for a Colonial Penn plan that's got a 2-year waiting period than you would through this company here, which we work with, Trinity Life. You literally pay half. So you could either save money or get more insurance if you wanted. So again, why would you ever get a 2-year waiting period policy? Be educated. Again, Colonial Penn advertises a lot on TV. It's the most expensive form of advertising out there. They've got to cover that cost somehow, and they do it through increased rate prices. And they also can hire people who know nothing about underwriting and qualifying you for first day coverage, because there's no health questions with this one, and that's why you got a 2-year waiting period. So as long as you got an expert in underwriting like we are at Funeral Funds of America, we can save you lots of money or get you more coverage. A couple other plans out there. There's one other company that advertises quite a bit out there. I always like to show people this one. Lumico. Lumico is one of those companies, actually $34. And again, you're overpaying if you go through Lumico. And then Lincoln Heritage, almost $35. Now, Lincoln Heritage has got a thing where they say they will check price of 923 or something, different places. When you do pass away, it saves your family from doing that. But you're actually paying quite a premium to do that, and it adds up over time. And once people do the math, they kind of go, well, I'd rather save money. And at Funeral Funds, we've got a funeral and estate planning guide. You can fill that out in advance, and everything's kind of taken care of for your family, so they don't need that help, and you didn't need to spend the money. Again, that's say rounded up to $35, and we're 22. So that's $5, extra $12 a month, $60 a year. After 10 years, that's $600. Boy, you're paying a pretty high hourly rate for somebody to make 3 phone calls. If that's $600 after 10 years, and after 20 years, that'd be $1,200. We just don't recommend it. Like I say, we've got a free funeral and estate planning guide we can give you that you can do all of that and save money. Why wouldn't you want to save money now and spend that money on your family while you're alive? So keep that in mind. Again, you can go to our website at funeralfunds.com or our special YouTube page, funeralfunds.com/YouTube, and use our quoter, and we'll include those in the comments. And also in the comments, we will have the videos for the 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20, and 25,000 if you just want to watch the videos. But we look forward to helping you out with this. If you have any questions, just reach out to us. You call us on our phone number here, or just fill out one of these and just indicate that you'd like us to follow up with you. And otherwise, we look forward to helping you out with this. Just let us know when you're ready to take care of this, and we'll educate you on all our options. And until then, you can just play around with the quarter and find out what may be most appropriate for you. So we look forward to helping you with this. You take care. All right, bye-bye.